Welcome to JIBRIN Angle on Weleke TV. My name is JIBRIN, and this is my angle. We have an August visitor today by the name Chioma. I don't know. I think I'll refer her to her. She's married. She's Mrs. Chioma Okoli, right?
Yes, please.
Okoli. Sorry for her to have mispronounced that name. Um, Chioma is she does so many things. I don't know, maybe you should introduce yourself better, and the things you do.
Okay, my name is Chioma Eduka Okoli. I'm into importation of goods, mainly kids' clothing and exportation of um, foodstuff, attachments, just name it. Anything that can be exportable, I export it. And then I'm into raising crafts also. I'm also I'm also a virtual assistant and a social media manager.
Wow.
Thank
You can
you.
see, viewers, she does a whole lot of stuff. She's I call her an octopus business woman. Anyway, yeah, we shall be talking about we subsequently we shall be talking about with Chioma. We shall be discussing social issues actually, and I think that is I think that is our area of strength somehow. All right, let's just go. And if you're joining us, just join us for the first time. This is JIBRIN Angle, and on this angle, we mostly focus on political and current affairs matters, but intermittently we do social issues as well. So, and Choma will they obviously be at the forefront of the guest list on this episode of my angle. All right, let's go straight to the point. Choma, let's start from there is this news that came up. It was I was supposed to have treated this matter long ago, but social issues they never stale. That's when it comes to that's one thing I like about social issues. It's never stale. Whatever whenever we talk about it, it's still it will even if it will affect someone in future, present or future, somehow positively somehow. All right. About a month ago or thereabout, I read the news. I think it was fresh of a woman divorcing her husband as a result of sex issue. And when I read this, okay, let me read a little, if just a few lines, maybe one or two paragraphs. The headline says, "My husband makes love from midnight or till dawn. Sorry, my husband makes love from midnight till dawn. Kaduna woman wants divorce." It goes, a 37-year-old woman, Linda Steven, on Tuesday approached a Kaduna customary court seeking divorce over her husband, Felix Stevens' excessive sexual demands. In her petition, Mrs. Stephen, a resident of Ongwan Sunday in Kaduna, also accused her husband of beating her whenever she rejected his sexual advances. They have been married for 6 years. She told the court that she was no longer interested in the marriage as she can no longer cope with the husband's excessive demand for sex. Quote, "I urge the court to dissolve this marriage because I can't stand his excessive sexual urge. He likes sex too much and I can't bear it. Most times he would have sex with me from midnight till early hours of the morning. Even when I am crying, wow, he will not stop. It has been 3 months since I moved out of his house. His relatives have been pleading with me to go back to him, but they do not know what I am facing," she said. Um, all right. Okay, let me just get to this point. She further said that her husband does not control himself whenever he needed sex, and that whenever she refused his sexual advances, he would beat her up, even in front of their two kids. And the
That's
husband
bad.
responded, I am ready to control my urge. Anyway, okay, Stephen, in his response, let me just read a little bit. In his response, told the court that he is in love with his wife. He pleaded with the court to help him pacify her and not to grant her wish. Stephen said he had been pleading with her wife, not with his wife, with supposed to be his wife. I think they made a mistake here. His wife, not to seek for divorce, as he was now ready to control his sexual urge. So it obviously means the wife is telling the truth. I took my uncles and friends to her parents' house to her parents' house to plead with her, but she refused to listen to us. Instead, she walked out on she walked out on us. Stephen said, "All right, Choma, you are obviously in the right position. You are a married woman. You are a married woman. You have kids, and you are a woman. And that is the essence of this show, this segment of this show. Actually, social issue. I prefer a female so that we can have opinion from both angles. What is your take on this? Now, obviously, the divorce is solely with what based on what we have read, solely on the basis of sex. I beg, what do women really want for marriage, for God's sake? And we have had situation where marriages are breaking up because the sex is lacking. No, a woman is complaining of probably the man is not satisfying her or whatever. So what's your take on this, and what does women really want?
You see this one. The man is just out to finish the woman, I swear. Because sex from midnight to 3 a.m. when the woman is not a robot. It's sad. It's very sad. See, sex is good. We are not against sex. But remember, the Bible says that everything has its own time, its own dosage, and everything. You cannot oversexing. Let me use that word. Because what the man is actually doing is oversexing. There's so many ways you can actually show your wife love and all that, but not sex. Sex does not even guarantee that your house is intact or that your love is intact. You cannot have sex from midnight till the next early morning. In the morning, how do you want the woman to perform? How do you want the woman to handle the kids? How do you want the woman to handle every other thing that she does during the day? She'll be so weak. And the next minute, you will complain that the woman is lazy. The man should control whatever thing, because at the long run, forget about what the man says, oh, I love my wife, I'm in love with her, and this and that. If he cannot control it, he will definitely look outside. He will definitely look for somebody that will satisfy his urge.
Yeah, but
at the end of the day,
but again, being a man, you think that will even guarantee, even if the wife, let's even assume that the wife actually obliges him, gives him whatever, whenever, and gives him all the time, offers all that. Do you think that's a guarantee for not cheating on her? You think so?
The man will still cheat because he will not be satisfied. He will not be satisfied.
Yeah, okay. Honestly, me as a man, let me speak from the man's angle. When I read this, I honestly, I didn't. This is marriage, for God's sake. This is not. I said, for God's sake, this is marriage, and this has been going on, obviously for a very long time. I don't know where this guy is actually getting his energy from. It is very unusual. Let me be frank with you. I'm a man. It's very unusual. It's just abnormal to me. In fact, I don't know if there is a medical term for
And
this.
I'm sure he takes something as well.
Because it doesn't make sense to me. Yes, there's no doubt about that. Those days before, when we were much younger, we did all those nonsense. But you can do that with probably when you are meeting someone, you just know someone newly. You can do that over whatever. But not
Just
a
to
married
impress the
person.
person.
Not someone the same day, the same. You're already used to this woman or whatever.
No.
All through the night, it doesn't make sense. It's to me, I see that as battery. You can't just be
Torture.
This is just
torture.
Just
Sexual torture.
It is unacceptable. And no man should treat his wife this way. I don't know. He should actually, any man, if you are a man, you're watching this and you have this same kind of I don't know what I call it, libido or testosterone is so hot that I don't know. You don't really have to check yourself. It is abnormal. Too much of everything is bad. No matter how good something is, if you do it too much, if you take it too much, if you do it too much, it is absolutely bad. Moderation is the most important thing. So honestly,
and he might probably be doing it all through the week, Monday to Sunday.
Yeah, that is
no rest.
Yeah, it is. That is. But at the same time, if you were in her shoes, will you seek for divorce?
I will definitely run for my life. Yes, I will.
Anyway, again, honestly, I do not see. I think it is wrong. Me, when it comes to divorce, it's something that is so. It should be divorce should be. It shouldn't be based on sex. It shouldn't be based on. To me, these are not cogent enough. This is not cogent enough. This reason is not cogent enough. People should respect and have reverence for marriage. Marriage is something that is divinely ordained. Anything that is divinely ordained and instituted, people should have respect for it. And that is why in the Bible, our Lord Jesus Christ only gave one condition for divorce. Without that, and even at that, we Christians, we always, even that one condition, we hear preachers still saying we should learn to forgive and continue in the marriage. The
Christians will advise you to separate, to give each other time. So in this case, what the woman should have done, since she's already out of the house, according to what we read, she's already out of the house for some months. So they should stay away from each other for some months, so that the man can work on himself first. Learn how to control whatever thing or stop whatever thing that he's taking. If it's an addiction or something, he should go to a rehab and then stop whatever thing that he's taking. For me, I would advise separation. I don't advocate for divorce. I can tell you to separate for a while everyone works on his or herself, work on where you are wrong, the man should just work on whatever he's taking and stop taking it. That's it. Because I feel he's taking something.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I don't think you can't be taking something all the time. If he was taking something, the wife would have mentioned it. I think it's just natural. Some people are they have some unnatural kind of abnormal kind of DNA. The libido is just super. Anyway, I've had a situation where someone I know so well that the father and the mother were actually having similar issue in the past. These are old people. The mom was complaining of the same thing. We're talking about someone that is in his late 60s, almost 70 or whatever.
Oh my goodness.
Mom too was around the same, maybe 10 years younger. These are old people. They already have grandchildren. The woman was actually complaining of the same issue. Honestly, after several decades of a marriage, honestly, the woman was complaining of the same issue. I was wondering, I was asking someone, say, at this age, where did this man get such energy from?
So, but they will always say that the men are always active too. They are
Yeah,
100
but
and
yeah, but
120.
at the same time, I don't get it. But it doesn't matter when a man is getting older. Some of these things just get, and I don't even know why people do can. Honestly, you have been with this woman for years, years. So obviously, they say when you get used to something, you don't. The appeal will no longer be there. It will just. So I don't even know how some men does how they do that. Anyway, back to the issue of the moment. Again, honestly, just like you said, worst case scenario separation while everybody take
Yes.
stock of what is going on and try to make
Yes.
amends and try
Work on,
to
yes.
adjust a sort of, but not to the
Yes.
extent of going to court for divorce. Anyway, I just hope and pray that that judge did not grant. Probably, some judges will also always give that rooms. Okay, I'm not granting judgment. Why do you both of
Yeah.
you should go and sort it out?
And work on
Well,
themselves.
just work
Yes.
on yourself, and that's just it. Anyway, I think that is it on this matter. Moderation in every home. Moderation is what we advocate for. Honestly, whatever it is, and I was asking even when I first read it, I first of all asked myself, didn't these people date? Obviously, they dated. They courted before marrying. I don't know. Didn't she notice all this? You see, my problem is some of these marriages, some of these things, we notice some of these things during courtship, but what do we do? Either the man or the woman, what did we do? Sometimes we just overlook, we just shrug it out of sometimes infatuation. Sometimes I call it infatuation because it is only when you are infatuated that you just overlook some key things. It's sort of people say
So
it's love.
some also feel that when they get married that
They will
it's gonna
change.
stop
Yeah,
or they will
but
change.
yeah, but
Yes.
that is the stupid thing. People don't. I don't know. Human beings don't change easily. Change is something that people find it difficult to do, especially when it has to do with vice. Change from vice to change to turn away from a vice, because sometimes sex could be vice, it could be a virtue. They are both. It works both ways. So when it is too much, it becomes a vice because it will be something that will work against you, and
Yeah.
it becomes a sin. That's just the reality, because whatever is too much, honestly, is a sin. If you eat too much,
Yeah.
it's a sin. Anything you do
Yes.
too
If you
much
drink
is
too much
just
water, is a sin too.
yeah. So that is just the reality. Anyway, I hope those of you, if you are watching this and that's where you belong, your libido is on fire. You
Please
better go
control it.
go
Oh,
and pour cold water on that fire. You need
ice
go
block.
pour ice on
Ice
that
block.
water and control it. It's very, very important so that
Ice block.
your wife
Oh, so that
and
the woman
sometimes it
can have
works.
the strength.
Yeah, of course. It even works the other way sometimes. Sometimes it is the women who desires this, but the
But
man is
these
not
days,
giving
it's
it to them.
hardly the women. It's hardly the women. These days,
It-
it's the men.
yeah, because a man is actually designed for that anyway. So that's
Yes.
just it.